All right. All right, so NASDAQ above 14K, that's what we like to see, boys. Real quick, let me go to my chat real quick and fix something. All right. Let's go through all the swing plays that are open for everybody. PLTR is going to be open. It's going to be up at open. As you can see, even right here, it's higher. So looking good on that one so far. So if PLTR can push above pre-market high and this 26 level, which I think is from a bigger time frame. Yeah, it is. Then this swing trade's going to start paying even more. I think we were up about 30% here. So be on the lookout for that as this opens. PLTR is also a good day trading play above this 26. So keep that on watch. So that's looking really good from the swing play. The other plays we had open were Fubo, John Deere, DDD, and XPEV. DDD is going to be up. John Deere. This one never really has a good pre-market, so I never really come back to this one and look at it. But this one should still be good. As you can see, it's still kind of sitting across the same support. So if we can get this support catch, we should get a good pump up to 380s today. And if you guys end up seeing this at all today, this is actually the historical level you want to play above for calls. As you can see right here, the level I highlighted is this one. It is because that is pretty much the all-time high candle, and where the meat of the bone is where the last buyers were. Where price is currently trying to sit is right on top of that. So I'm trying to get this to just chill. As long as it holds above trendline, though, I'm in this position, so that should be good. So go check out Fubo and XPEV. Yeah, so Fubo is going to be up a little more than it was yesterday. We're still down in this position overall, but we're going to be up a lot more than we were yesterday from here. Neo and XPEV were positions that ended up hitting their stop losses, but if you held with me and anyone in chat, you held because of the trend line. It wasn't like the stop loss we set was about right here, so it already kind of broke through it. But the trend line is what's important for these plays. That's why I wanted to cover it both on stream and in chat with everybody, because it isn't really good to cut it there, just because that is good to like kind of cover because you don't want to have a really big loss or anything. But the TA is what's stuck with it, and look where it bounced right from that trend line. So EV, I'm looking for sector rotate. I really think these are next to pop. As you can see, Tesla's already kind of going. I think Neo, XPEV, as you can see, this did the same exact thing as Neo. We entered, came down 2 days in a row, still held the trend line from the bigger time frame, and pushing up with another green candle. So we're looking for another green day here on XPEV. As you can see, it's up in pre-market, so that's good. And then BLNK. Let's go to the daily on that again. So we've called this out about 3 times since this move here. Called it out here, and then we had a loss here. So we're 2 out of 3 on it just in this move. But look where it's still holding. That light blue line that I drew like the first day we covered this. So we put a Fibonacci across the entire price action, and this is the 50%. And look where the candle's sitting right on top of. So I'm looking for calls on BLNK if it's holding this soon. And look where it's bouncing right off of an extended hours. Pre-market's looking good, so if you're looking for any sector, just in general, to start looking at for good bullish plays, look at EV, look at solar, look at space stocks, look at genomics. These are stocks that are going to start rotating back around. I think that covers all the swing plays that I had open. Oh, FSOI was yesterday, but we can go check it out. So people were up about 18% here, 18% here, and then price came back down, and I saw people were still holding, and I even saw a few people in chat re-enter, so I'm very proud to see that. I don't really normally see that. Normally when the signal's called out, people leave it alone, but there are a couple people coming back to it and catching that support catch, and people were up about 30% from here to here. So 18% on the overnight swings, 30% from the day trade, so really good there. And even if you did hold, look where price is now, so looking good on that one. And I have really yet to even start making a watch list. I just wanted to get going on talking about my swings that are open and everything in chat. Just so I can get that out of the way, because definitely a lot going on. But thank you guys for being here. If you're here, leave a like on the video. I'm going to start going through the list now. If you want any tickers to be covered, please drop it in the comment section, and I'll start going through them as I finish my list. So I'm just going to start with tech, because I know that AMD was looking good, but I hate trading AMD. It's because it's got a nice bullish pattern on the daily. Let's look right here. And look where this is sitting. Like perfect spot. That's like the range buyers need for short-term bullish. There's a ton of levels and resistance for AMD if you want to end up playing this one. I would leave this alone for now, though, until it's out of this channel. AMD is one of those that I think are just taking hits left and right. Both from the stock market and its own little company, just because a lot of the other semiconductor companies are starting to pick it up. So every time that happens, it kind of hits. So if you guys want to understand behind the semiconductors, I can do a video on that. But they all kind of push and pull off of each other. Sometimes it's good for one another, sometimes it's not. So it's really good to kind of compare your semiconductors and look through them all. Amazon, you'd think, would slow down. Let's see. Yeah, it's pushed up. It hasn't pushed an all-time high or even hit the resistance of it, but look how close it got. I mean, damn, that was pretty good effort. APHA bullish engulfing, and you can see it's pushing up. So you might even see reversal on APHA from here, or this is just where it holds to range trade. BA yesterday we said we're going to add on the list, so let's go and look at that one. And we are definitely going to add it to the list. That's why. Just like on that other chart on AMD, you know, pre-market and previous day high are right at the same spot pretty much. That's a perfect breakout opportunity. So let's look at the daily. Okay, so we already have pretty much everything marked. Let's just start typing this out now. But yeah, if you guys ever have problem swing trading, like y'all need to take the signals in the chat, y'all need to take the course or the mentorship or something. Me and Chef been killing it, and we're not, you know, we're not taking signals, we're not making up stuff as we go. You know, we're just following our methods. We're just pattern trading, zone trading, support and resistance. I mean, we don't have any indicators on our screen. We're calling all these out. So if you want to learn, please reach out. Start typing this out now. Oh, I'm in the wrong channel. Here we go. And since Chef covered Netflix, Tan, Beyond, Uber, Lulu, we will not cover those. So I'll let him have Beyond. Above. Okay, it's already about to crack that level. What's in the area? Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, we got a good level here. Actually, let's leave BA off the list today. We've added it the last few days. Facebook. Facebook finally gonna break this? Okay, yeah, Netflix, great spot. I think I'm gonna add Netflix to the top of the list. So many resistances. This thing really moves a lot. Not really a fun pre-market to base off of, so we're gonna kind of adjust our line here above and play off of that. Yeah, I like that. because that's a good enough move. And then above that, it's even a bigger size move, as you can see. So we'll add a level in between there for if Netflix does have a great day today. Which, if you go to the daily, I'm not saying they're going to explode, but they look like they're primed to go, whether it's up or down, to be honest, because you see this little range here? Yeah, we have, like, not much volume there, so that's going to lead towards a bigger move, I think, pretty soon. Whether it's today or into the week, I don't care, but we're going to try and catch that today. So it looks like I'm going to go above 557 on that one. Oh, he just covered Netflix, damn it. Well, he had the same break above, so I guess you guys know that me and Chef's levels are on point with each other. That's the level I was going to choose too. Neo. We could do Neo just because. Let's mark these levels over here. We got that. We already have levels on the left or right, I mean. Let's go 30 minute. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, I knew there was a level there. Okay, and there's a good resistance right where pre-market high is. This is great. I'll show you guys what I end up typing up after. So far we just have NVIDIA. And I'm setting very loose levels on it. 4 below. If you're going to short something while it's way up here, you're going to have to wait for the right level. You can't just short because you think it's a good spot. Especially when NASDAQ just pushed 14K. This is very, very important. That just broke a psychological number. People now are kind of like, and now you want to go check the VIX. If you are in my chat, go check the technical analysis channel. I'll even show it after. Do you see this? Everyone sees this? Alright, now I'm going to pull up the technical analysis screen. Alright. What does it mean when the VIX is low? When the VIX is low, it means there's less market fear, more overall stability, and long-term growth can be the result. The VIX typically has a negative correlation with the S&P 500, so when the VIX is low, the S&P 500 is usually rising in price. This was last night. So we're going down on the monthly chart. This is the 15-year monthly chart. So I'm just showing you that we're going kind of back to normal range for VIX. There's a lot of candles there in VIX. And then here on the yearly, you can see that we're making new lows for the year. So let's go check that out. So as you can see, we already looked at VIX. Let's go look at SPY now. What is SPY doing? In a range. And if VIX is pushing lower, I'm going to start looking for calls for SPY and the S&P 500 above this level. So be on the lookout for that. And keep this on watch. You know, even if you don't really care to add that to a trade or anything, or even for today, you know, at least take this and keep that with you, you know. The VIX is very, very important to know. Very, very happy to see this. Me and a few dudes were watching this to break 14K the other day, and it never did. It was like 6 or 3 or 4 points off or something. Very, very small amount. But it's over it now, so that's good. It's looking great for all of our plays now. Let's look at airlines too. I haven't looked at airlines in a couple of days. Let's clear this. Oops. Alright, so yeah, you might even see airlines turn around today. Look at that. You have a trend line being touched here, and that may even be the dip. And it actually, normally I don't care if this has more volume, but it is good if it has more. It has more, so that could be really, really good for reversal today on airlines. Jets is the airlines ETF. There's AAL, UAL, SAVE, DAL, all that good stuff. Let's go check it out. Airlines. AAL. AAL's doing the same exact thing. Same exact thing. A little off, as you can see, below the trend line. Boeing is not in that ETF, but it's still good to go look and compare it. Same with Delta. As you can see, I already have that line drawn for LUV. So as you can see, airlines could be really, really good turnaround plays today. So let's add a couple of those. DAL being probably my favorite, thanks to Jason. Let's get the daily charted out. So yeah, guys, go check out the airlines. If you have a smaller account, especially, don't be lazy. Don't make up any excuses. Airlines are what's going to help your account if you have a smaller account. But you can't just play them every day. Oh shit, I didn't see the prices right there. Alright, cool. I'll probably say 49 for the above. Oh, I didn't even finish NVIDIA. What the hell am I doing? For below. Actually, I'll just finish it with my 610. Alright, and then DAL. I just typed the same number twice in accident. Below. Where's that trend line at? Oh, that was way down here. Okay, hold up. We'll say 48.15. Alright, so far we have NVIDIA and DAL. We can maybe add one more airline. Let's see, what was our favorite one? LUV had that longer trend line going already. This one kind of has the same thing. UAL. That's a horrible trend line. There we go. Man, we're like barely above that. Let's see, are we up? Yeah, we're barely above that. So we did DAL. Let's do AAL for everybody. Let's clear that. Damn, that's like perfect. All I'm doing is marking emerging candles, and that's what I got. Damn, it's passing that too. About 23.15 for calls. I wish I could like have a stream window like right here of like the list that I'm typing out, so you guys can see I'm not just sitting here quietly. Because I am legit typing things out. Alright, 23.15. What's our first resistance? 23.40. Below 22.55. All right, so what's a ticker you guys like to see on the watch list today? I'm gonna still go through here and just kind of look for myself, see what's up. PLTR still holding nice. QCOM is one we're still watching for range break. Roku, I haven't done Roku in a bit. Let's clear all this. It's too close. Man, Roku just already looks good to buy it open, really. I hate to say it like that. This is the level I'd watch for above, but it's already above. I hate to say it, but this one already looks good to get in. We got another 36 minutes before the market's open. We'll say above 395. No. Yeah, 395. Below, let's do this level. 389.39. So we'll do 389.35. Target prices for below, since we're doing this level here for break below. Let's focus on yesterday's price action. So we got mid, yesterday's low. It's a lot of price action though, so we're gonna say 385. We'll say 386, and then we'll say, what's this candle? 381. I don't want to just make up a number. Let's just grab a psych then. Alright, so what you guys got typed up? Alright, let's go back and check indexes real quick. SPY still holding that range. This level's actually off a little. It needs to really be right there. It's just nice that you have another support here now. So you can almost grab that emerging candle and you have that support. But you can just delete that. Focus on this line because that's where the breakout occurred. Doesn't matter that it didn't hold support on it. This might be a strong level too, but I'm just saying that's a good range to watch for BTD because it can break this, make people think it's a new low, and then catch this and push back up. So just watching out for fake outs. As you can see, Nasdaq's finally trying to catch SPY. It's above new highs finally. SPY's been above new highs. We've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost 9 new all-time highs across the last 11 days. That's insane. With Nasdaq, it's only been 2 the last 2 days. But yeah, what tickers you guys got on watch? Anybody who's watching? Anybody watching anything crazy? Oh, Zoom. I guess I could add that to the bottom of the list. I've been wanting to add this one for a minute. J&J puts? I like to hear that. Very good catalyst play. Alright, let's move over here since we don't have any other candles. Alright, that's good there. A lot of people have this on watch for the same reason. It's kind of doing this. Damn, my headset's dying. But it's pretty much breaking out right now today. Or yesterday, sorry. So today we're kind of watching for break above BB system. So we're kind of watching that right now. But you have a lot of really good room right in between there, as you can see. So we'll add a psychological in there. But it's a lot of room, so I'm going to add that. And we stream all these levels that we make in chat. We try to call them out as best as we can, and we'll have my stream up watching it, and we'll be watching the indexes and the stocks all together. So target prices after breaking 347. You have to say 350. My next target's 357.50. So in between there, we need to add something. Let's say 354, 355. One of those is good. Below PML. We're going to say 342.75. $337.80 is a very strong level, so that's going to be our main target, but we can probably find, yeah, 340s in between. So do 340, then we'll do 347. I mean, 337. And then 335 and 332. I think that's it for the watch list. We can cover other stuff, though. Let me make sure they get sent out. No, I did not mention MU. Let's go check out MU. Short gap fill play on daily or this extended hours one? Oh, never mind. Let's just delete all that. Oh, David, you might have found a gem. Let's mark any levels in between. So there's a level there. And there's levels about right there. And we've already kind of broken the level that's there. So that's pretty much it. That's the only range in between that. And then yesterday's low. Watch that. So you got a few levels you can go off of in between that range. I would use all those levels right there for MU puts. Man, very nice. Very nice. Those are some of my favorite plays. Anybody who's watching, do y'all know the percentage of like the gap fill being refilled again? What's the percent on that? You know, out of 100%, what percent of gaps get filled? Will said BA. We covered BA, but I can go back through it and hit it. Moderna, that'll be related to the... Steven, you were close. It's about 91.4 or 91. But yeah, you were right, 90%. 90% is pretty much the answer. Alright, so let's go back through BA real quick. Actually, let's start over. Go back through J&J. Alright, so price broke that uptrend that we've been watching for a bit. So honestly, I like your put play because there's catalyst that J&J is shitting the bed, so that's good. So you don't know where this is going to head to, but if you're going off just this move, you're already past the 50% retracement. So I would not be surprised if that was where it ended up stopping. So just be careful with how that goes. Be watching the news feed for J&J as time goes on. Whoever had that J&J put. BA we already kind of covered. We're not going to be playing BA. At least on the list. You can play BA, of course, with these levels. Tons of levels here. Just didn't feel like adding it because we've had it on so many watch lists. But I also covered in the beginning of the watch list stream, if you want to go back through and watch that too, I covered all the other airlines and why we think they're going to move up soon. No, you're good, Will. I was just trying to hammer it back down for you. I know not everybody can be in here at the same time. And look at that, Moderna. Moderna broke that downtrend. It's doing the downtrend play. Or trend change play, sorry. Not a 3-bar play, but amazing volume. So you have rising buyers out of the squeeze, then you have a dropping seller, so that's kind of almost canceling out, and then you have another rising buyer. So that's really, really, really good. So what you're going to want to target on Moderna here is 1, that resistance, 2, those are like your main targets. These would be your main targets for Moderna going back up. But there are other levels. So there's a level here, that level lines up, that level lines up. So yeah, there's a ton of levels you can go off here for mRNA. These are all the levels I would focus on for recovery back up. Now, this doesn't mean just parabolically move back up. Let me show you another example that's just like this, whoever asked about mRNA. So here's one that me and Chef did a very long time ago. Same exact setup, trend change play, pops back up. See how it doesn't just move straight up in a couple days? It actually has to go through some sort of sideways action to a certain extent to push up more buying pressure, retest, buying pressure. So now you're getting that range again. So it's kind of the same thing for Moderna. It's already done its explosion move. I'm not surprised. I will not be surprised if it just range trades right here and then pushes back up more. So I would watch for that on mRNA. What was next? MCHP. Man, Harlan, you really just throw me everything. Almost reminds me of the semiconductor. This is a semiconductor, isn't it? I would assume, considering it has chip in the name. So you got a trend there. Price came back up. Now you got like a new trend here. I'm not going to draw a top trend line. Let's get the retracement of this. Price pushed up. Came back down. Retested the range. That's good. This is what you want to see. I have these different colors and everything else for a reason. This is where I want to see things retested on trend lines. Look where it tested on the trend line. Perfectly. So that's a really good strong uptrend then for this ticker. But yeah, it's not really pushing a new high though. That sucks. It didn't even come up and hit that again. So you have a lower high here. So you have a bit of a squeeze going on now. So this is what I would focus on. You know, you may even see it bullishly break out. But I would just remain non-biased and focus on just those levels on the outside there. Oh, my bad, Steven. Or Tony, I should say. I know so many Stevens in chat, so it's kind of... No, I'll just call you Tony. What's up, Tony? What you want to look at? You got any tickers you want me to look at before we end this? Just Tony, everyone else, you don't get to say anything. Oh. But yeah, thank you all guys for being here in the stream every day. I've seen a few of you here every single day, so thank you for that. First day we had damn near 30 viewers. Today and yesterday we're getting just around 20, so I'm perfectly happy with that. AI or AL? AI? I hope this is what you meant. Man, I've charted this before for some reason. Long time ago, because I went from white lines and stuff to purple, and then now I'm back with these skinnier white lines. So I know that I charted this like a while ago. Like probably longer than this chart's existence. Let's see. No, I had to have done it recently. From December to now. Let's see, let's do it on the daily because we don't really have to do it on the weekly. That's awesome. Let's just get our range, which this is our range. I mean, I knew they were AI, no shit. I want to see what else they do. For the turnkey. Okay, so they're not just an AI, but they are definitely diverse. Why are they going down so much? Oh, you know what it is? If this was just thrown on the market, it's probably not going to just run straight up. This is kind of like the Beyond. I always call it the Beyond thing, but honestly, a lot of SPACs do this. A lot of IPOs do this. They have their initial run-up. Then they have their sell-off. Then they find their true value. And then you start to see heavy money start to weigh in on it. You know, this wasn't shit compared to what can happen, so... Definitely don't be discouraged if you believe in this company just because this is what the chart looks like. This is still a very young chart. Don't worry about that. keep a look on this. I'll have to look in later what this company does a little more in depth. You know, I can see they do a lot of AI and a lot of interfacing and all that, but they seem to do a lot more than that. Kind of like John Deere. You know, you think of John Deere, like I bet you think John Deere just does tractors. They actually do so much more. It's insane. Recovering in RSI and stochastic. That's good. I mean, those are indicators and everything. Those are really good for side confirmation, but I would wait for a base to be formed price action wise. Kind of like what it's doing right now, really. You know, if I draw on this low of this wick right here, it gives me the low of the meat of the bone for these two candles. So that's a really good hold so far. So that could be your low. I'm not saying it is your low, but it could be your low. So that'd be a really good spot. And that's a very strong bullish engulfing candle. And you're up in pre-market. So watch above this for more bullish momentum for today. If you get a retest to here, that's perfectly fine. If it goes lower and it ends up testing a level, as long as it doesn't create a new low, this is good. That's what you want to see. So now for the next few months, you're going to want to see this build a base between about this level and possibly even this level, really. You want to see a base get formed here, some volume, some buyers, some investors, okay? You want to see that hold for it to even move up at all. But very, very cool. I'm glad to see that. I like to see AI tickers. Another one you might be interested in, a SPAC that Jason showed me a while back. This is quantum computing. DMYI, you don't have to invest in them now. I would wait till their ticker actually completes and merges over and then changes to whatever the quantum computing company wants. But they compete with Google and all that worldwide. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, this might be one of those SPACs you like to look at or keep on the lookout for. You know, wait for all the news to finish and stuff. But I'm going to go take a break right before we have to join into the Discord chat for some stream trading. If you guys want to do that, go ahead and click the link in my bio. That'll take you to, the free server. You can go buy the course or you can just join our main server. It's whatever you want. You know, we have all kinds of options and all kinds of different content and ways of helping each other. So I'll see you guys in there. But yeah, thank you guys for being on the stream. If you can, leave a like on it, and I'll see you guys in the chat.